Welcome back to our most interesting series on my channel that I am on right now. What's in an OP?
What?
Sai, what are you doing in here? Get out! Well, if you haven't seen the previous videos, watch them with the links in the iCard or from the description. Don't forget to subscribe while you're at it, because you are at it, right? This paradoxically continued millennia, we'll watch Season 2 of Bilesnack and ask ourselves, what's in an OP? Season 2 of Bilesnack, Danger Zone, is often overshadowed by its predecessor, Fading Life. But even though the season's name choice can't be easily understood, the show itself started to become more sophisticated with its style by this point. Show of Idiots opens with the sepia-toned title of the series, but as soon as the Bilesnack team has geared up, the text breaks free from the toning, and the continuation of our plot begins. The imagery in the OP for Danger Zone is a lot more abstract and psychedelic than the first, but it's still full of hidden details. For instance, the colors of Nemo and Leo in the start of the opening are opposite of each other, with Nemo having a light yellow color while Leo has dark blue. This represents the polarity between them, as we all saw in the first opening. The T in the background's T-snack transforms the phrase to be translated as T-talk. This isn't just a cringy meme, this was conceptualized before the meme. As the original title means car talk, the T refers to the T that our heroes manifest by traveling to different places with different cultures, mixing everything up in the process. This traversing also became widely used in this season. Higher-ups in Lumi's organization thereafter enter the screen and cast long shadows as they stand before a sea of orangey-orange flame. When they move to the other side, that flame moves to the sky as if the darkness is searching every corner. The shout of the old channel banner stands menacingly in a blood red and green color palette, which builds up to how our heroes will find many different friends along the way. Next, a super fast montage of the plot to come. Here's Hugo, Leo, and Nemo with lines in the background implying an intense moment. This was probably when Hugo met Nemo and Leo in Season 3, so this is some long foreshadowing. Thereafter we see Leif 72 and then Leif 1, at the point where he dies for the first time in the story. A very brief image shows us the 200 universes in a ring, as they are in actuality, which leads into Leif 42 being angry, which is a staple throughout the whole series. And then, Leo jumps into frame. He shrinks and expands, showing his ability to traverse the soul barrier and jump into people's pictures. The orange background shows a bright future that our protagonists hold, which then changes to green when Leif 128 falls over. The green means both money and growth, symbolized by the clan's green, where Leif 128 is rich and shows Nemo and Leo a new perspective on life. Leif 128 appears as he did in the show, and Nemo comes in and clashes with Leo. A clash of equals is shown, as most clashes between friends do, ad infinitum. The monocolored silhouettes fall away for a moment to confirm that Jotaro Kujo is in Smash. Nemo activates his chainsaw shortly afterwards for no apparent reason. A wonderfully masterful image of Leif 55 tumbles away as he helps our heroes somewhat. Darkness descends over the Part 2 plot device, the drugs received after Leif 1 died, that get alarmed if any Leif needs help. A dinosaur comes and tries to devour the drugs, presumably a placeholder for the evil in this world. As with the Cobb that killed Leif 1 and the corrupt Bo Lee's Leif 100. A montage of supporting characters, including Hugo in a dampened setting, since he is without question the most offensive character in Bilesnack, in both gesture and manners, brings us to the motive of the channel, a car. The coolest slaves from the season finally break free to show off their immense strength. The sketchy, rough way in which they are drawn reflects the more primal instincts of the human mind that hold great power and cannot be contained with clean outlines. The Lumi staff comes back once again, as is done before Leo and Nemo. They're framed at a distance and from a low angle to give us a sense of how fearsome and menacing they really are. These back-to-back shots of Leo's light-hearted expression and, in the sound effect version, relaxed contrasted with Nemo's chainsaw activity convey the difference between the two characters very effectively. At last, the Daytron activates by Leo, and from nowhere a milk package emerges with an upside-down version of the grass field. Maybe this is a metaphor for something, like the greater evil as shown in Loomis. Guess we'll never know. Nemo and Leo have each other's backs as they spin around dancing, at least until Nemo leaves the scene to enter the next one. To honor his series, Nemo moves further and further away as if reflecting on the end of every episode, where these people return to their relatively normal lives, backing off from vlogs in correlation with the opening ending. Finally, we see Lumiboy's hat falling onto the background, presumably onto Lumiboy's head, opening the entrance to the next season of the series. And that brings us to the end of episode 2 of What's in an OP Bilesnack Edition. We have now seen two very powerful OPs that both contribute to the wonderful vlogging new series known as Bilesnack. Please subscribe and watch every video of ours. I'll see you on the dick side. Shut up!